Hey everybody, welcome back to Pete's Classic Cycle. Today we're at my friend Paul Boyd's house. We're going to be doing a bit of a garage tour. He's got maybe one of the most eclectic collections of classic race bikes, from 4-cylinder 2-strokes, flying bricks, V-twins, hopped up single cylinders, you name it. It's all back here behind this gate. So how about we have a quick look and see if we can find anything cool. So anybody in the vintage racing scene, especially up here in Canada, knows the name Paul Boyd. He's been racing for a long time, and as you can see, he's amassed quite an amazing collection of, like I said, very unique, very eclectic, and that's a very special race bikes. I'm just starting off out of the gate, an RG500 Gamma. I mean, it doesn't get much cooler than this when it comes to 2-strokes and 80s sport bikes. This thing is absolutely incredible. Paul was kind enough to fire it up for us, which we'll be cutting to a clip of right now for all of you guys to enjoy. And then coming up after the Gamma, something almost completely different is BMW's famous Flying Brick. This is a fully pro-built AMA superbike, raced at Daytona, raced at the Salt Flats. And from everything that Paul told us, this bike is an absolute monster. It ran with the Luftmeister team. And it was actually owned by, I believe he was one of the importers of SPECTRO oil back in the day, which, if you know me, I love SPECTRO oil. So this is actually a cool piece of racing history and SPECTRO history. We've even got the old school SPECTRO sticker on the front there, which is super, super cool to see. So from 2-strokes to flying bricks to something a little bit more classy, we've got the Ducati 944 race bike. Again, like, how do you go from one to the next to the other? These are all super cool, super unique race bikes. This is still a bike that Paul campaigns regularly, so if you're at the track this year, either at Mossport, Shannonville, or the Grand Bend Festival of Speed coming up, you'll see this bike in action. Again, just a super cool piece of racing history. You don't see these Ducatis too often, especially in race form, still getting beat on. And then how do you go from those three to something even more unique? Well, this is probably the reason that I even got to know Paul in the first place. This amazing YSR 50, we'll call it for now. And this bike's super, super special. If you look close and really take a deep dive, it is riddled with all the awesome period correct Daytona parts, from the billet wheels, the Daytona steering stabilizer, the gauges. This thing is just full of all the awesome period correct pieces. But the piece de resistance on this bike, if you're going close in the motor, that is not an air-cooled 50, it's not an air-cooled 80, it's a liquid-cooled, fully race-built YZ 125 motor with a one-off custom pipe. This bike absolutely rips. It's even got the Gremica GP style calipers on it. This thing is a wolf in sheep's clothing, and from the stories I heard from Paul, it'll tear the arms right out of their sockets. Apparently this is the scariest bike in the fleet here from the stories that I've heard. Well, I've been trying to get this off Paul for years. No luck, unfortunately, but we're still working on him. Hopefully this video convinces him it needs to come home with me. But either way, it's still cool just to see it in person. And as if these 4 bikes here weren't unique or cool enough, Paul was kind enough to give us access to his garage here, known as Boyd's Bikes, where the collection gets even crazier, even more eclectic, and just awesome. Everywhere you look, there's something cool. Paul, being a big buff of history, a lot of people have kind of come to him. He's caretakers a lot of retired bikes. That's actually how he came in possession of that BMW there. His love and passion for these bikes is just second to none. So it's really cool to see that he's keeping these historic machines alive. Up to the 90s here, we've got this beautiful Kawasaki ZX7. Got the nice Hindle pipe on it. Another great Canadian company, Lang Hindle, again, legendary endurance rider. Ran Kawasaki's, the Z1s up until the GP Z1000s. And even here, what would ordinarily be just a random corner of junk, let's just say, is complete opposite. We've got a GSXR Street Fighter, what looks like a TZ350 frame, the really cool eclectic BMW K1, and then another icon of the 80s, the Katana 1100, where there's actually 2 of them here, and just for no reason at all, a set of brand new vapor blasted H2 cases. Again, around every corner here at Boyd's Bikes, there's something cool, something amazing, some more history to be seen. As we make our way into the garage, again, you have to watch your head. There's just so much stuff here. But like right off the bat, you got a classic GS1100, a Dunstall KZ1000 track bike, classic GSXR, which was another one of Paul's old track bikes. The list goes on and on and on and on as you go. And if you like two-strokes, again, two-stroke GP bikes are everywhere you look. So hanging off the wall, we've got two RS125s that Paul actually raced back in the period. You can see him there sporting the red and white checkered flag as he took home a win on one of these bikes. Even moving along here, this yellow bike, what looks like an RD is actually a TZ350, just with an RD engine in it, because TZ engines are just so hard and so expensive to come by. Oh, speaking of eclectic, another Ducati race bike. I mean, I don't even know how he crams all his stuff in here, to be honest, but I'm glad that he does. Yeah, so this is the Ducati 749. This would have been the generation after the famous 996s, 916s. So this would have had the dual headlights up top, similar to the 999 that was kind of famous. This was the smaller 749 displacement version of it, but all set up for the track, ready to go. And again, if you're into two-strokes or into GP bikes, this here would be really cool. Nice dry clutch, water pump that can only be the motor off of a TZ350. As you look around, there's just tons and tons of this awesome two-stroke history here. I'm freaking out, to be perfectly honest. We've been here for over an hour already, and again, there's something new everywhere you look. And the last of the bikes here to kind of be featured in the garage, something very special. Obviously, we got the Katana. This is actually a 750 dressed up as an 1100 with the 1100 motor in it. So what started life as a 750 is now full-on 1100 with, you know, the correct wheels, the correct gauges, all the correct parts to kind of turn it up into that larger displacement bike. Coming up, the second bike in line, which is, in my opinion, maybe one of the most special bikes here, is Frank Mrazek's famous Castrol Kawasaki Z1. Frank was a legendary, historic figure in Canadian racing scene. So in 1980, Frank won Mossport's championship on this bike, and now, like I said, Paul, being a fan of history, is the next custodian of this awesome piece. Again, Frank was a legendary figure. He was at a bike shop up in the Toronto area. He was importing all of the Tracy bodyworks for the Kawasaki H2s up here in Canada. I've even got one of his H2s that I picked up off of a friend of his. Mind you, it's in pieces, but it is cool to have a piece of Mrazek history myself as well. And up after that, another GSXR prep for the track. And behind there is a Ninja 600R, again, track bike. And just nonchalantly in the corner, Kawasaki Z1 roller. Just because why wouldn't you have a Z1 roller in the corner of the garage? Just super awesome. So I gotta say a huge thank you to Paul for letting us come down and check out these bikes. It's not every day you get to see such an eclectic collection. I would have come down here just to see any one of these bikes. Gamma specifically in the YSR, those are probably my two favorites here. But again, there's something here in this collection for everyone. So why don't you guys write in the comments, let me know which was your favorite bike. Was it the street-eating two-stroke from the 80s, the nice Italian Ducati, the BMW Flying Brick, or the more modern ZX7? Again, there's something here for everyone. Let me know in the comments. Again, huge thank you to Paul and to our supporters, both Rick's Motorsport Electrics and SPECTRO Oil, a bit of their history here. So thanks again. Hope you enjoyed this little impromptu garage tour. And as always, please ride safe.
Sounds sweet.
Man, that brings back childhood memories. Holy smokes, Paul.
No pun intended, right?